Uyo, 20 questions. Many thanks, wonderful members of the audience. 20 questions, a Parlour game. It's on TV, it's on radio, and it's online. On it, you have a panel. Sometimes they are a threesome, sometimes they are more, sometimes they are less. But all they do within the confines of the program is to make sure before they ask their 20th question or on their 20th question, they have unraveled a given object which is supplied by the mystery boys and known beforehand to me, the chairman, and members of the audience. I'd like to just quickly go straight and introduce the threesome on this edition. They are led by I.D. James. I.D. James is a hitman, and he's been that for a number of years. He's here as a leader of the delegation, and of course, he's also the general manager of UNIU FM 100.7. He's not here alone. He has his friend of many years, his brother of many years, his co-worker of many years, Osondu Ahirika. I love Osondu Ahirika with all my heart because in more sense than one, he's a confidant, he's a friend, he's somebody you can rely on, and he writes like no one else does. And then another person that I also love on the panel, that's not to say I don't love I.D. James, I also do, and of course he knows that. But there's another guy on the panel that's also a friend, and someone I can call a friend, someone I can call a brother. Savior Ekpe! Savior Ekpe runs Newsfront newspapers, where he is the publisher and editor-in-chief. My mystery voice today is Sam Ibok, who has come all the way from Istinobolo. He had to cross about 7 oceans. Are they up to 7 oceans in the world? Okay. He had to cross oceans just to get here for this program. And I understand, yes, I understand that the people of Istinobolo are in dire need of urgent attention. This is calling Governor Odom Gebel Emmanuel. This is calling President Muhammadu Buhari and all the other architects in government to please go to Istinobolo and pay them some attention. That's for you, Sam Ibok, and I'm sure that people were very proud of you. Okay, so my name is Michael Bush. I am the chair. Please put your hands together for me. The entire team, the dream team, the people behind 20 questions, led by Consultee Thomas Etuk, and of course, Nsisong Essien, the supervisor technical, and the other supervisors, the other cameramen, the other team stars, notably ANSA, are all here, and would like to say thank you to them. Enough of that preamble. Everything is set now. If you are set, I'm set. Mystery Voice, object number 1.
Reverend Osondu Ahirika. Reverend Osondu Ahirika.
The moment the audience became aware of the objects, they laughed, even though they managed to suppress the laughter. They were actually laughing at themselves. But we'll find out who they were laughing at as we progress. Panelists, animal, easy cake.
Human, Mr. Chairman.
Human.
Is this
one word, Mr. Chairman?
Not one word.
Is this human male, Mr. Chairman?
Male. 3 questions.
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
Is this man an African?
African to mean black or African to mean African?
African.
African to mean African. It's an African.
Is this African and Nigerian, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, it's a Nigerian. 5 questions, panelists.
Let's do a further delimitation of this Nigerian and find his constituency. Can we find this Nigerian as an Akwa Ibom person?
Can we find...
Is this Nigerian we're looking for?
From Akwa Ibom?
Does he, yes.
Yes, it is! They asked the question, my own is to answer, right? 6 questions, panelists.
And I hope Mr. Chairman does not mislead us.
Aha.
Mr. Chairman, this Nigerian we're looking for, because you said the people were laughing when they saw the object.
The way we tried to, I told you it's a foreign, it's an American person. You know, when he said African, I had to ask him, he said African. But you know, even if you are an American, for instance, all right, and you're an African American, you're still an African, right?
Mr. Chairman.
6 questions.
Is this person a comedian? National comedian?
National, how many questions are you asking me? Okay,
the comedian.
Comedian
is one question.
Comedian, yes, put your hands together for him.
Mr. Chairman.
National comedian.
No,
National comedian.
Mr. Chairman, don't be like Professor Humphrey.
8 questions. Not national. He has not gone national yet. But you never know. And I think that you also have to be careful what titles, what appendages you put to this man. You have to be careful.
When we say comedian, of course, we are looking for a thespian. Maybe perhaps I should have used the word a thespian. Okay, let me come this way, Mr. Chairman.
8 questions, yes.
This Nigerian we're looking for. Is this Nigerian in this auditorium, Mr. Chairman?
Wow. What kind of question is that? So you think that you have said, you look at me, the person is in this hall, and I bring the person on the program. Has that happened before?
It can happen.
Always the first time.
There's always a first time for
right?
anything, Mr. Chairman.
9 questions. I'll just answer that grudgingly. Yes, I'll just answer it grudgingly, but don't take it too seriously. Put your hands together for them.
Mr. Chairman,
9 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, the first letter of the first name of this person starts with letter M.
M. The way he opened his eyes, you thought he knew the answer. 10 questions, not exactly, because there's a title.
No, Mr. Chairman, let's leave the title.
No, I can't leave the title.
No, we'll come back to the title.
I thought our duty is to ask questions.
We
can eliminate whatever we want to eliminate.
And then we ask
ask
at the
a
end of the
question.
day.
All you need to do is
Ten
to
questions.
lead us well.
The first letter of his first name that his father gave him start with letter M.
How do you know? No, that's another thing. I'm going to
No,
say
as given by
mystery
No,
voice.
mystery voice.
That's an excellent thing, because I may not go to what the father gave. You don't know what he's being called at home.
Mr. Chairman, you are putting yourself under pressure.
Okay, we'll find out who's under pressure. 11 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman,
11 questions.
you did ask
Yes.
if the person is of the white skin or black.
Yes.
I said that no, but Africa is this man that you are looking for of the white skin.
Yes, hey!
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Let's make the next one.
Do you know what Americans say? Americans say you ain't seen nothing yet.
There's no problem, Mr.
12 questions.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, did this name also come with titles?
I don't know about titles.
With title.
Yes, with a title. Yes, it is. 13 questions, panelists.
Okay, I know that one of Nigeria's finest, he loves to call himself the finest, one of Nigeria's finest actors.
Yes.
Graced us in this
Give it up for
auditorium.
Moses Armstrong.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Chairman, I put it to you. I put it to you that you have given us the answer. So put your hands together for Mr. Chairman.
Oh no!
Let the mystery boss give us the next one.
Please give us the next one.
Now that you have answered the 20th question.
Okay, so you've asked 14 questions.
Mr. Chairman, you asked the 14th.
Which one is that?
You asked
Yes,
Mr.
Moses
Moses
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Oh, whether we are looking for Moses Armstrong.
No, that's
Okay,
not what
you
I'm saying.
asked.
You asked.
The 14th
No,
question.
I just said you should acknowledge his presence.
Is it the one? Is it the one? Are you looking for it? Mr. Chairman, question 15. Is it the one? The 15th
15
question.
questions is not the one.
Should we say, is it the cat Bella?
16 questions. It's possible for him to be the cat Bella, but you never know. It's for all of you.
Mr. Chairman. No,
The program is 20 questions. Which house Nigeria production?
Now, the title is what we're looking for.
Would be chief. Would be chief.
Yeah, sure.
No, Mr. Chairman,
16 questions. Yeah. Okay. 16 questions.
The confusion is this day.
we don't even know this morning whether he acquired one. We don't know.
One more word.
We don't know what to give him.
Mr. Chairman, can we ask him to tell us the title?
Okay, are we looking for
Yes.
Honorable Moses Armstrong?
Okay. Yes, it's also honorable, right?
Yes.
17 questions now.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
we have arrived and you even gave us the answer yourself.
That is Moses
That is,
Armstrong.
it was beyond reasonable doubt that we knew who you
As
were.
a matter of fact, one of you went to the ridiculous extent of asking the audience to clap for me.
Because he gave us the answer.
Because you were the one.
Oh no!
We were so moved that
The question is that we have gotten that is Moses Armstrong. It's only the title that is left.
No. Are we still on that? Should I be counting?
No, Mr. Chairman, are you saying that it is not Moses? Because I want to.
For the first time, They actually are waking up to reality. 18 questions. By the way, we're excited he's here. It's the first time he's come to watch our recordings. And he just confused them, man. He misled them.
Okay, give us the lead.
No, what again?
No.
Mr. Chairman, we have refused to withdraw.
We die here.
We die here, Mr. Chairman.
Oh no, please.
Mr. Chairman, we are going to change the objects and write the name of Moses.
In the name of God, or all the things that you guys believe in, it is not Moses Armstrong. Please allow Moses Armstrong alone.
So that in that case, Mr. Chairman,
18 questions.
on the 14th question,
Yes.
you even acknowledged and requested an applause.
Yes, that he was here.
That means we need to go back to question number 14.
Well,
So that we can-
okay, that means you'll be a panelist and also a chairman. 18 questions.
Mr. Chairman became a panelist.
Okay,
when he
so
mentioned-
no, seriously, panelists, this is what I want you to do. You asked me, was a person in this hall? And I said yes. So just pick 2 persons in this hall and make them your objects. That's the only way you can save what remains of your image.
So, Mr. Chairman, who else is an
Because all 3 of you are finished.
Mr. Chairman, we agree that he's a male.
It's male, yes.
It's
18
not.
questions.
No, that is not a man. We agree that it's a man.
It's, well,
The male child.
can we make progress, gentlemen?
The chairman gives
Okay,
us
Steve.
the last lead
Okay.
on this man.
Stephen Godwin.
Okay.
Are we looking for Stephen Godwin, Mr.
Can I take that?
No.
Okay. I wanted to say yes, but all of us know we're not looking for him. But also, let's put our hands together for Stephen Godwin is in the hall.
So that's
19 questions.
Okay, give us
Finalists
the-
were looking for a thespian. Somebody who's a thespian. Who else in this hall who's a thespian? 19 questions, panelists.
I am a thespian.
Well,
Stephen Godwin is a thespian.
yeah. Is that all?
Okay, Lady Francis is
No,
female.
but I would, okay. Remember, in your trade, there's no man, there's no woman. There's no actress. Remember. 19 questions.
Mr. Chairman, are you looking for Lady Francis?
Is that your 20th question? Can I ask for applause for you? Put your hands together for them. It's like a big gift. Can I take that as a question?
Yeah, Francis is a question. Since
Okay.
you said it's not Armstrong.
We've been looking for, by confidence, the Reverend Osondu Ahirika. Oh no! I told you.
My lawyer is going to write it. This is blackmail.
Oh no! That's how it should be. Mystery boys, of course, you saw that I did everything to help them. They were not listening to me. They preferred to follow Moses Armstrong, and then they followed other shadows, and then they lost. Mystery boys, they lost that horrendously, I tell you. And do they even have the face to continue this program?
I wish I was.
Mystery boys, they lost that, and we're very, very grateful.
Are you ready?
This place a universal place.
Beach House Nigeria presents
20 questions.
your witty and compelling parlor game. So much creativity and spark. You can't afford to miss this brain-teasing and spectacular TV program. Going on this station's AKBC TV, Channel 45 and Star Times Channel 113. Sundays 6 to 6:30 p.m. and Wednesdays 11:30 a.m. to noon. Radio Aquaibom 90.5 FM, Wednesdays 10 to 10:30 p.m. Saturdays 8 to 8:30 p.m. Unio FM 100.7 FM, Wednesdays 6:30 to 7 p.m. Saturdays 10:30 to 11 a.m.
I remember that.
YouTube 20 Questions Nigeria, every second in line.
So easy.
20 Questions, your witty and compelling parlor game.
Object number 2, Mystery Boys.
Lip service. Lip service.
Panelists, bad news. Abstract.
And now, Mr. Chairman,
A noun,
One word,
is it one word?
not one word.
2 words.
2 words. 3 questions.
Is this abstract virtuous, Mr. Chairman?
It cannot be. 4 questions. It's a vice. It's not a virtue.
Mr. Chairman,
4 questions.
can we Nigerianize this word?
I think it's here because of Nigeria. Put your hands together for them. 5 questions, finally.
Chairman, what you're looking for, is it an English word? Or
Yes, it is. 6 questions.
Chairman, is this word here because of politics?
Yes, it is because of politics. 7 questions.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
how ethnocentric is this word?
8 questions. It's not necessarily ethnocentric.
Mr. Chairman, is it a leadership word?
It's a leadership word that should not be. Put your hands together for them. 9 questions.
Mr. Chairman, this vice.
Yes. This one is a particular word that Nigerians should get rid of if they want to get anywhere, if they want the country to move forward. 9 questions.
Mr. Chairman, let's look at selfishness.
Selfishness. 10 questions. Put your hands together for them. Bad. 10 questions.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
still within the word selfishness,
Yes.
I think we can also draw self-centered,
Self-centeredness.
something close to that.
Self-centeredness, right?
No, that's not the question I'm asking.
Ah.
I want to ask, this word, is self one of the words?
You guys are so smart, eh? 11 questions. Self is not there, but self is embedded. You know, self is intrinsic. It's inside there. 11 questions, panelists. It's round 2 on this edition of 20 questions. Grateful to sponsor, sole sponsor,
Mr. Chairman, let's look at the hate speech.
Accountant General of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Uwem Sunday Andresen. Yes, hate speech.
Hate speech.
What about it? 12 questions. Yes, even this hate speech matter, we all do this to it. Everyone in Nigeria, especially those in government, are guilty of one form of hate speech or the other. But when they want to say it, they become so sanctimonious.
Mr. Chairman, leadership has qualities.
That's right. But this one doesn't just begin and end with leadership. It also has something to do with followership. All Nigerians are guilty of. When you look at it, it's something that has kept Nigeria where we are, or where the country is. What is that thing where people will speak about, but then they're doing exactly the opposite?
Mr. Chairman, is hypocrisy one of the words you're looking for?
I think this is another name for hypocrisy. 13 questions.
Mr. Chairman, let me go to the first alphabet. Is it a vowel?
It's not a vowel. 14 questions.
Mr. Chairman, let's look at pretense.
Yes, it's part of it, but give me pretense in 2 words. 15 questions.
Let's look at ego.
16 questions. Yes, sometimes you could do it for your ego. You could do this because you want to be seen as white, when indeed you are blacker than black.
Mr. Chairman, I would have been thinking of double speak, but
Double speak, is it 1 word? Is it 2 words? I'm not looking for double speak though.
final lead.
This is the idea of saying stuff and it begins and ends with just saying it. You say, do as I say, not as I do. You say it, you don't do it. What is that called in English? 16 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman,
16 questions, yes, panelists.
I know that virtually every Nigerian is a critic, but only performs well as a critic. Is critic one of the words?
No, it's not. 17 questions. You have to look at the tongue. You have to look at the mouth and all the organs of the body that are involved in speech and bring out at least one part of the body into this. What is that? 17 questions, panelists. That's a lead of leads. The program is 20 questions. It makes you to think. Makes you think. Makes you wonder. Makes you run gaga sometimes, huh? And it encourages you not to give up easily. It motivates you to think and to believe that you can do it.
I'm inspired to ask this question,
yes,
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Are you looking for lip service?
Lip service. That's closer than it should have been. Please give it up for him. 18 questions.
The applause looks like what we are looking for, and yet we are saying it.
Oh, no, but you didn't ask me as if you were landing. You asked me as if you were Fred. So I also answered, and then they clapped the same way.
Okay,
No. Oh, are you saying that the word we are looking for is
I
lip
said,
service?
Mr. Chairman, are you looking for lip service?
Oh, okay, so we should give you a different round of applause now.
No, that's because that would mean we have landed. Now you were giving me the applause as if
Okay,
we
who
still
said you
have.
have landed?
I was thinking so.
Oh, okay, let's give him a landing round of applause. Yes, for the 19th question, they got it right. We'll be looking for lip service. Every Nigerian pays lip service. We pay lip service to this country. We pay lip service to truth. We pay lip service to justice. We pay lip service to anything and everything that can free our country. That's not the way to go if Nigeria must make progress. History boys, object number 3.
Top 3 states. Top 3 states.
Finally, vegetable mineral with strong human connection.
A place, Mr. Chairman.
A place!
Are we looking for a Nigerian place, Mr. Chairman?
A Nigerian place!
Is this place man-made, Mr. Chairman?
In some sense, yes. 3 questions.
Mr. Chairman, is this place in the south region of Nigeria?
I can tell. 4 questions.
Are you looking for a universal place that is peculiar to Nigeria?
How can it be a universal place, but then it's peculiar to Nigeria? 5 questions. For asking such
The
confusing
universality is about Nigeria. That wherever you are in Nigeria, you should know this place. But you
Yeah.
don't have a fixed.
Perhaps when we arrive, we'll get to pick them up. 5 questions, perhaps. They could be in the southeast, they could be in the south, they could be in the southwest, so to north central, northeast, northwest. They could be anywhere.
So I deserve an applause?
Where? Why?
Because this place can be found everywhere in Nigeria, according to Mr. Chairman. That's what I said. I asked.
Oh, that's what you asked? And you should start blowing small grammar. Put your hands together for him. 5 questions.
Mr. Chairman, are you looking for the word Nigeria?
Nigeria, no. 6 questions.
Is it one
We
word?
already have Nigeria. Why
Do
should
I
we be looking
agree
for it?
that it is one word?
Not 1 word. 7 questions.
2 words.
Not 2 words. 8 questions.
Are there 4 words?
9 questions, no. 5,
3
6?
words?
3 words! 10 questions, panelists. The program is 20 questions. We're grateful to our sole sponsor, the Accountant General of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Uwem Sunday Andresian. Okay, actually, these 3 words, you said there are 3 words? They could be, for instance, leaders, they could be Nigerians, they could be places, they could be states that Nigeria must start looking at. Since Nigeria has not been able to find, remember the cat Bella. Do you understand? You know, we've tried everything. We've tried the former military people, we've tried university people, we've tried. So the time has come to now look sometimes at some other components of the federal kingdom. You catch that? In Cabo Coffee, we talked about the federal kingdom. We'll have to look at some other components, some of the subsets that make up the macrocosm, the mother set called Nigeria. And see if we find people who are performing well at those levels, we can call them, up for national duty. Do you catch my drift?
I catch your
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
10 questions.
The sparks of politics. So, Mr. Chairman, can we look at the geopolitical politics of Nigeria?
Yes, we can. We can look at the geopolitics of Nigeria.
Mr. Chairman, we did talk about geographical location and you said no. I was thinking
No.
we should look at the strata.
Okay, because for instance, if we're looking for 10, I say give me the best 10 or the 10 best states in the country, for instance. So are you going to tell me they all belong in the south or they are in the southeast? Do you understand? That's what I said. No, don't go there.
Mr. Chairman,
10 questions.
okay, let me ask this question.
Yes, please.
The various groups that make up the matrix, Nigeria,
Yes,
are geographically spread.
sure.
And virtually certain sections have produced leaders at the presidency level,
Yes.
and one or thereabout haven't. Is this where you are trying to look
No,
at?
I'm looking beyond that because I think that's also part of the problem in Nigeria. So people sit around a table and decide that a particular zone or a particular person, a particular people should not provide a leader. The country cannot make progress, clearly.
How many questions, Mr. Chairman?
10 questions. You remember that thing they used to call top 40 in music?
Yes, sir.
Please go there.
Mr. Chairman, are you looking at the youth cadre?
That means they didn't even listen to me. 12 questions. I'm counting in twos now. 10, 11, 12 questions. Let me run away from Governor Udomi Mario because he's our own and I work with him. Let's take a man like Sheyi Makinde, Oluwa Sheyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, right? So perhaps in 2023, for instance, the time has come, we now pick the 10 best governors and say one of them should come and be president. That's what I'm looking at. So, but I could say my own is 10 best, your own would be top one.
I'm looking for the southeast region.
13 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, we are 3 and we are looking at top 3.
Top 3. Top 3 what governors? Top 3 what?
So, Mr. Chairman, are you now saying that you're actually looking at a top number of governors?
Well, can I answer the questions as I hear them in my head?
Yes.
Top. Yes, give them a round of applause. Number. Yes, give them another round of applause. Of governors. Of course, there's no applause to give. 17 questions.
Mr. Chairman, is best one of your...
Top best.
Oh, no. Oh,
18 questions
yes,
now.
Okay, he has taken top. Top 3.
Top 3. You said this top 3 before and then buried it. And why would you think of top 3, by the way? Why? Nigeria is divided into 6 geopolitical zones. Why not top 6? Why top 3?
On the scale of achievement.
Aha. Okay, so top 3 what? Top 3 governors, top 3 local government areas, top 3 states, top 3 federating units.
Mr. Chairman, I want to use the word performance.
Top 3 performance. That would be animal, or that would be what?
Animal. That would be animal.
We're looking for vegetable. Vegetable mineral with strong human connection.
Mr. Chair,
18 questions. 19 now.
Ah, really?
Performance, I just counted.
But you said it's animal, and we're looking for,
No, we are looking for
vegetable mineral.
Mineral with strong human connection. So top 3 what?
Mr. Chairman, are you looking for? That's top 3 states.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, but, as we are thinking aloud, as a very friendly chairman.
Oh, I am? Suddenly, when they want to buy you over, they agree that you're a friendly chairman. Okay, yes.
We have a problem with the word state.
Okay, so it should be what? Federating units, right?
Top 3 geopolitical
Zones. Okay.
Top 3 geopolitical.
Very good.
How many words?
3 words.
There were 3 words.
Three words.
In fact, it is the state.
It's the states.
Since it's the 19th question.
Well, Mr. Chairman, let's stick with top 3 states.
Top 3 states. And see how they're sitting.
Because we are not sure, but we just know that sometimes you may not be sure, but...
No, but that's nearer to the federal set. States are the subsets. They are the microcosm. Do you understand? And we are saying on 20 questions.
Okay.
That's... Yes. Yeah, come on. You can be
Mr.
right.
Chairman, you were doing your usual analysis before asking them to clap for us.
Okay, please clap for them. Oh no. Actually, we've been looking for top 3 states in Nigeria. I'm looking at it prophetically and telling you that those top 3 states, whatever you say they are, one of them shall be president in 2023. If you agree with that prophecy, please put your hands together for me. So that's how we've come to the end of this edition of 20 questions. Prophetically, Nigeria has been, we've been run prophetically. Everything in Nigeria is prophetic, and we'll see how this goes. I'd like to thank members of the panel, ID James, Sondwe Ahirika, and Savior Ekpe. Put your hands together for them. I'd like to thank Mystery Voice Samibok. I'd like to thank all of you, and then, of course, the technical team and everyone here. This is Michael Bush, the church, saying goodbye. God bless you.